Okay, I'm trying to get everything set up here. Testing microphone. And what in the world? Yeah, the phone just told me that I went live. So apparently it's working. And we like it when stuff works. About bloody time. Hey everyone. Like you might know, this is Clayton and I'm here. I'm gonna squeeze myself into this little space. And hey, glad you're here. Alrighty, what I'm doing today is I found some rocks that I had started working on and never finished. Yeah, imagine that. I think some of this I just went over with sandpaper to see what they look like. And like I said, I never finished them. And don't know why. But today I'm going to do these live. So I guess the best thing to do is we're going to pick one of these. And this one looks like, now let's take a quick look at them. This one has some nice features inside. Might be a little hard. Let me zoom in. Maybe the zoom will help it. Yeah, that helps a little bit. As you can see, there's a lot of structure inside there. Running this way. But it's got a big crack in it. So, we're going to see what happens. And this one, it's got some fractures on there. But it also has some structure inside. So that might come out nicely. This one, it's got all kinds of crap going everywhere. Fractures, breaks. But it's got some nice yellowy color to it, and it looks like, yeah, it's hard to see. Right in here, it looks like there's some pretty cool stuff hidden inside of that. So the only way we're going to find out is by cutting them and seeing what's happening. And, ooh, gosh, okay, I got to get rid of some of this dust right here. I was cutting some things the other day that you're going to be seeing on a video here shortly. Didn't get them posted yet, and I think it's going to be exciting. Stuff I'd never cut before. The stone I'd worked with, but never worked with to polish. Oh, what do you say? Let's start with this one. Sounds like a plan to me. So let's get some water going. Hey, water's going. And that's a going. And water is going really, really fast. There, that's a little better. I really got to get those paintbrushes attached. Now, let me work on this bottom a little bit. I can flatten it out some. Do I need more water on there? No, that's good. If it wasn't so stinking cold outside, I would have maybe worked on that flat lap. I really need to get that thing going. I need a little bit more water. I often wonder if I just got a toothbrush and put on there like that, if that would help. Well, toothbrush ain't big enough. Might as well just got to put that bigger paintbrush on there. Like, I know what I got to do. Just getting my lazy butt to do it. I had a heck of an ice storm last night. Well, got that pretty well flattened out. Now that it got wet, you can sort of see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of pretty structure. No, why did I take it away so fast? A lot of pretty structure in there. I think what I'm going to do is actually try and shape this up a little bit better. Make that shape a little more pleasing. Might make it a little thinner, but hey, you know. I don't think I really worked on the shape much when I messed with the stone before. I think it was more or less just seeing what might be in there. I'm pretty sure that's what all I did with these. Just couldn't quite see what was going on. So it's like, yeah, just polish them up a little bit so you can sort of see what might be inside there. Experimental polishing. These are pretty darn soft too. This one is anyway. To be honest, I can't remember when I did these. Found them setting in a couple of them I found setting in a jar. A cup. Yeah, it was a cup. The rest of them I just sort of found laying on the table. So that was definitely just literally lying around. I say I found them lying around, I mean I found them lying around. Okay, take a quick look. Shape's a little bit more pleasing on that one. Can't see inside as well because it's a little bit rougher than what it was earlier. I think that'll do well. Definitely ready for the next level because this is starting to chip out pretty good. All right, grief. Now both these are wet. Which one should we work on? All right, let's go with this one. Looks like this is going to be the bottom. There's a bit of a bunch of gnarly holes there. I'll just flatten this up some. This all looks like it's some type of quartz derivative. And they all came out of the landscaping rocks. We got some pretty stuff going on in there. We'll make a free form out of this one. Well, I won't say that. Never say definitely going to do something, because that's whenever you definitely will find out you're probably not going to do that. Like I said, we got a lot of good sleet and freezing rain and all kinds of miserableness last night. And basically everything was down in the morning. Like forced me to sleep in. What a horrible thing, you know? Got a bit of a hump on that end, or that side. You can see the structure that's going on in there. Almost got some sort of chevron pattern going on, it looks like. What I like about landscape rocks, never know what you're going to find in there. I'm not going to do the box of chocolate thing. Everybody's mind probably went there for a second anyway. No use me running over it. Yeah, whatever. They got a strange little bit of coloration right there, alongside of a fracture. And it seems that the coloration is right in the fracture. Whether that's good or not, I don't know. The fracture is right there. It runs that direction. Whatever it is, I think we're down to where we need to go onto the other wheel with it. So that leaves us with this dude. This one has a lot of those yellowy fractures in there. Go on, focus. There, you can sort of see them. I'm gonna flatten this bottom out some. Ooh. Yeah, that's quite noisy. Boy, I tell you what, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do any more on this with that because it's so soft. I'm afraid it's just going to chew it apart. But I will go over to the next wheel and do some shaping. That's a little better. Yeah, just get some of this goop off of here. Alrighty, turn the water off. Now we're over to this wheel. Boy, I feel like I'm talking to myself today. There's some water. So let's start with the one we started with firstly. Oh yeah, I love the sound of this wheel because it's not like screaming my head off with that sound. It's like, I think that's an 80 grit. Probably a 100 grit would be even better, but times when you need that monstrosity of roughness so you can get rid of some of the big chunks of stuff. If I had like 15 different wheels, different grits, I'd probably use them all. I found out from polishing shells that it might take a little longer, but if I go through finer and finer grits of paper, when I was doing it with sandpaper, even the finer and finer and finer, not just jump a huge bit for time saving, but get down to the, especially with the final polish. If I go like to 5,000 or 2,000, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 7,000, like it might take longer, but I could tell the difference if I jumped from the 2,000 to the 7,000. I would get a better polish. And for the few moments that it took to do that, I think it made for a better looking shell. Okay, let's take a look at what we got going on here. And I think what we got going on is some seriously nice looking stuff. I don't think the camera's showing up doing it justice. There's some really nice depth here. Or I can see there's some like bubbly structure down there. This area right here. And I'm thinking of maybe trying to get down a little bit because there's like a fracture going. I might be covering up a bunch of pretty things. Well, I'll tell you what, let me try and take some of that off. Maybe you can see what I'm talking. I was thinking of maybe doing a live stream every Saturday or Sunday. I think I had said something about that in the last live stream. No, that's... Well, I don't know how deep that is. You can see there's like a layer of stuff right there. And I can, if I'm looking at an angle this way, right here, I can sort of see under it, but I don't know exactly how deep it goes. Yeah, let me flatten the bottom out a little bit. You know what? It's gonna have to be on a dop stick, so I think I can probably work it out there when I got in the dop stick. So that's pretty much ready for a dop stick. Dop stick. Okay, which one had we done? Yeah, we've done this one next. Okay. Anybody's watching, you know, say something to me. I got another screen up here so I can see the text. Which one? Oh my gosh, which one? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, this one. Whew. I'm telling you. Losing my conkers here. Okay, let me do this edge a little bit. I could probably just go straight from the 80 wheel right over to the... Hey there, cousin. How you doing? I could probably go straight from that wheel and just put the things on a dop stick. But yeah, I got me a few stones right out of the landscaping rocks by the sidewalk again. Ah! Hate that when it happens. Oh, I'm doing pretty good too. I'm just iced in all day today. Wow, we got some pretty structure in this one. And I can see that you can't see it real well on the camera. You can sort of see it. This is another one. It's still got that yellowy thing right there. Oh, Amber got me some lapis and mookite for Christmas. And I recorded cutting some of that. That's some nice looking stuff. Ooh, I got a message. Who is messaging me? Like everybody in the world. Okay, I guess this is gonna have to go on the stick. Ready for the stick. Okay, and now we got this one. And it's like, I like this one. It's got a lot of banding stuff going around. Also got a big gnarly right there. I was working on a ring today, and I burnt the crap out of these two fingers. I'd been holding it down like this and polishing around it, and set the polisher down, and didn't even think about how hot that was going to be. And I came back about 30 seconds later, grabbed a hold of it like that, and whoo, that thing was screaming hot. And it's like, I know that gets hot, but yet I still burn the bejesus out of my fingers like that. That lapis I was saying about, I'm going to try and cut a beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Of course it will be. I want to cut a nice little round cabochon out and try to make a ring out of it. I'd like to make it out of gold, but good Lord, the price of gold for making any kind of jewelry is insane. And even silver is nuts lately. Okay, let's see what we got here. Those bandings are really showing up nicely. I really got to get some material to make jewelry, but I got to get torches and things so I can melt the silver and stuff myself and save me a lot of money. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. But next thing, I got to put these on sticks. Okay, let me turn this off. Set that off to this. So where's the third one? Oh, it was hiding. Okay, don't go away. I'm getting the do-wangy so I can get these on a dop stick. And when I say do-wangy, I mean this thing. Oop, wrong way. There we go. I'm actually going to make a little something or other that I can set here when I'm live streaming. It'll be easier for me to show the dopping. Look at that. I actually got some lighters at work. It's like, yep, I didn't have that before. I had like 5 lighters here and all of them were broken. Boy, I tell you what, I can go all day and get like one message and let me start doing something and the whole freaking world wants to talk to me. Okay, let's get this. Yeah, let's get this stone too hot that I can't do anything with it. It's got to be completely dry. And it really just needs to be warm. But of course I'll always get it too hot and then it burns my fingers. I think it's because I'm a nitwit. Let's see, what was that? Man, I'm getting messages on the computer. I'm getting messages on the phone. Everybody wants you. I'll get a message from the Singing Association of the World saying, stop doing that, for God's sakes. Okay, that might be okay. Might need a little more wax. Let's make sure the stone is falling off of the tweezers. Yeah, that's pretty nice and warm. Try and work it down a little bit. Okay. It might not be too bad. And there's a message. More messages. Like Saturday morning cartoon. After these messages, we'll be right back. How can I remember junk like that from like 1977, and I can't remember a phone number from yesterday. Freaking stupid little warning for a commercial coming up from ABC back Saturday morning in 1977. But can't remember anything freaking important. Okay, that should be good. Let me set that off to the side so it falls off. Take my phone out and check my messages. 2 of them, oh my God. Mm-hmm. And I can't even type. I can't type. Okay, what's the next one? Let's do this one. Which one should we put it on? Should we put it on this one? I don't think so. Yeah, let's put it on that one. I like that. I'll heat the top face of the stone up, and when all the water evaporates off the bottom of it, which is now the top, then I know it's pretty well. Oh, wow, that almost looks like ridulation. I can't say that word. Ridulated. Message after message after message after message. Another message. Holy smokes. I never realized how popular I was. I'm like the tree. I'm poplar. Oh, I could fall under the dad joke category, all right. Ooh, gosh. I'm screaming hot. Yeah, I don't need to make that any more warm. You'd think laying on that piece of metal would disperse that heat some, but no, it won't do that. If you hear that, boom, that's a message. Yep, that's a message. I'm being messaged. And again, I'm being messaged all over the place. Aha, aha, aha. Did you see that? That's called painfully burning your fingers. At least I can move the stone around on the wax. And if you're wondering what that was me dropping the tweezers. I don't know if this is absolutely necessary to do to, attach the stone, but I have so much trouble keeping these stones on the dop sticks. If I could hop up and down on the thing, I would do that. Probably overkill on the wax on these, but that's because I keep dropping the things, or they keep falling off from me. So, checking the messages again. Hello, messenger peoples. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm talented. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm still texting. Probably gonna be a lot of boom. That's why I drink this ow! Ow! I just burnt the hair on my arm. Yes, that is definitely not vodka with flavoring in it. I'm telling you, it is definitely not vodka with flavor. Look, there's a big gnarly on there. We're gonna have to probably get out. Look at that. Ooh, it's dried up. Yeah. Oh yeah, that gnarly's gonna have to come out of there. Hey, and I know just the thing to do it. This wheel right here. We shall degnarlify it. Because how much ice did you get up there? Gotta get some of this wax up the stick a little bit. Oh yeah, stone's pretty warm yet. So let's make it a little bit warmer so it burns my fingers. Why? Because I'm nuts. Don't text and dop. Ah. I didn't know you were the dop police. Excuse me, sir. Pull the cab to the side of the road. Yes. You can't be cabbing and dopping at the same time. You have your dopping license. Dopping without a license, huh? You'll do time for this. Okay, get that adjusted to the center. I can turn this off since I already burnt the hair on my wrist with it. Okay, that's going to work. Now, let me get all this stuff put away. Put away. Ooh, that's gnarly wet now. Yuck. Yeah, I definitely have to make a little table of sorts. It's like, yeah, I'll probably get to that right when I get to the flat lap. Get to the flat lap. Okay, where were we at? Oh yeah, I gotta get some power going here. The power is going. Got to get a little bit of encouragement. Okay, now let's get the water going. Do we got water? Oh, yes, we got drippage. Okay, yeah. Okay, how much water do we need? Not that much. Oh, okay, we need about that much. Alrighty, let's take a look. Boy, I can feel right at the top here. Oh, I gotta change this. Let's see what's going on. Zoom in just a tad. A tad. That's a little bit more than a smidgen. Right here at the top, there's a big gnarly in there. Who knows? Maybe where'd the water go? Oh, there it is. Maybe I actually chipped that out when I was heating up the stone. Okay, yes, that does make it a lot nicer. And wow, I can definitely see down in, just from that little bit, I can see that there's some really nice structure stuff going on down in there. So I want to see if I can get that gnarly thing flattened out. And then we can see down into all those baubles I was talking about. I have to spend a little bit of time on this one. It actually looks like some of that is starting to come away now. Let me see. Am I got the thing covered up? Yeah, it looked like I might have had the light covered up a little bit, but I don't think I did. Boy, I hope you get right in there, right there. There's some like bubbles down inside of that, which look really flippin' awesome. If I can get them to shine a little bit better. And to do that, I'm gonna try to get some of this Ooh, I think that is coming out. No, maybe not. I don't know what I'm seeing, to be honest. I usually do the side of the stone first, but I'm so interested in getting down to those shiny things in there. I think this is one of those stones that's going to be a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Actually, I think I'm getting rid of some of that coverage thing that I wanted to get rid of. Yeah, there's a bauble of sorts right in there that's shining out. And this thing right here is sort of getting in the way. I don't know how deep that goes. All right, let me get the edge. Get the edge. I might even put a little bit of a setting edge on this one. In case it's nice enough to set into a brooch. Check my setting edge. Yeah, that's fairly close. I need to get this side down a little bit. This side down. Some stones that you do that are nice, but you know you probably won't ever do anything with them. You just look at them and go, ooh, that's pretty. And there's some that you got and you go, well, I may end up being able to set that in a setting of some sort. Boy, say that 3 times. Set that in some kind of setting of some sort. Set that in some kind of setting of some sort. Set that in some kind of setting of some sort. Set that in some kind of setting of some sort. I think I hurt my voice. I know. For landscape stone, this thing's really turning out nice. It's got structure inside there, which makes something plain turn out into something pretty. If you think about it, though, if you have landscape rocks, they have to be, somewhat attractive. I mean, it's not like you're going to get, if you want something that's just blah, you get some gray shale from New Enterprise, throw it down, and it looks blah. So if you want something that's actually kind of attractive, it has to be colorful in some way. Like landscape rock usually gets more colorful. Well, rocks in general get colorful when they get wet because it brings out what colors are in them. So to have colorful landscape rock, you have to have some type of rock that is colorful. So you get the colorful type rocks, whether they're pieces and hunks off of some type of rock that was used for something more than just landscaping. You have to have something that's colorful. So it's going to have somewhere in there, you're going to have some type of gemstone looking stuff. And I found different, like found carnelian in the landscape rocks. Found different types of quartz in the landscape rocks. Smoky quartz, riculated quartz. I said the word right. I'll be darned. You can almost see that bauble I was talking about down in there. Almost, that is. I'm going to work on softening this edge up a little bit the whole way around and then see what we got. Okay, I don't know if I can take too much more of this away. There's a tiny spot right there that I might be able to get out, and that may expose some more of the prettiness underneath it. If it does, I will be happy. Right there, what I'm talking about. It's almost come out. Round it off a little bit. Hey, you can't see nothing on there when it's not wet. You can almost see that bobble thingy I was talking about. I don't believe I'm going to get too much more of that out. Sorry about not having it in the camera. I don't think I'm going to get too much more of that out. Let me double do that edge. And it'll be ready for the 6. Yep, I think we're ready. So there's what that one's looking like so far. All prettified. Now let's take this one. And like I was saying, there's that yellowy spot right there that I think I can get out. And gotta break my neck. See. Break my neck to see the camera feed. I want to make sure everything's working. Hate to be sitting here for maybe 5 minutes talking away and there's nobody can see something. It's looking pretty good. Work this one side just a little bit more of an angle. Like I said before, I like that slight steep angle if I'm setting a stone. And these 3 may be promising for setting. Ooh, boy, yeah, I got to get more of an angle on that one. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, let's see what we got. See how I can get that. Get that gnarly-fied thing out of there. I'm going to work on the edge a little bit. I jump around sometimes when I'm doing these stones because I see something that's like, wow, I got to do that. And if I see another thing, it's like, oh, I got rid of that. Hey, Julia. Nice to see you here. Oh, yeah, that's coming along nice. Unfortunately, the camera don't pick up what all I can see on there. One of these days, maybe I can get a $2,000 camera that shows up really good. But until then, you're gonna have to take my word for it. I'm gonna work that edge off a little bit. Work that edge off and then see where that yellowy dot there in the center. You can see that yellowy dot there. See if I can work that out. I'm just not sure how deep that goes. How deep does it go? How deep does this rabbit hole go? Thanks, Julia. See if I can get the dad vibes flowing today. Oh, I was going to say, I think I got that out of there, but nope, it's still there. Right in the center. We got tiny, tiny little egg yolk. But it is bringing up a lot more of this structure stuff that I can see. Let me get a better view of the camera. Well, maybe you can see some of that structure that's in there. Boy, this thing's getting my back today. Boy, this stone has all kinds of stuff going on in it. All kinds of stuff. I could just get that tiny little yellow speck out of there. Why am I so obsessed with that tiny little specky yellowy stuff? Oh, okay, let's see what. Let me get this garbage off my hands here. I think it's interfering with the camera. Okay, focus. There. I said there's all kinds of structure going on inside that stone. They still got that yellowy thing right there. That looks like a fracture. Something inside that fracture. It's running this direction. Yeah, give it a little bit more. And if we can't get it out, then we'll just polish it up so it shines. And make it a super shiny. Da-da-da-da-da. Super shiny. I definitely got to make some kind of platform to fit right on here so I can do that dopping better. Okay, it looks like that yellowy thing is dissipate. Come on, focus. Hello, focus. Focus, focus, focus. I'm gonna beat that thing with a hammer. There's the BFH. We'll get the BFH out and threaten the camera, and then I'll see if it'll focus. Yep, I think that's about all the more I'm going to get that yellowy thing out of there without causing some issues. Boy, if you see it from that side, there's some really pretty stuff going on in there. Oh, I'll just run this around one more. Yeah, that's why I was putting a setting edge on this one. Maybe I can put that in a thin silver bezel. Maybe just hang it just like that. Nah, this way probably. Hang it just like that with a thin silver bezel. Silver bezel. Sheesh. Silver bezel and hang it boom that way. Okay, let me get to this one here. Honestly, it's just flavored water. It's not vodka with flavoring in it. Okay, here's the last one. And this one got some of that yellow stuff in there. But that's really deep. I don't think that's going to come out. This one's got structure all over a place inside there. And I'm hoping that I can pull that structure out and make it stand out really nicely. Oh, there's a rock. This one type of purple and white rock. Holy mother. Good deep sensors. I need the sensors right now. Shut this thing off. That's what drives me absolutely freaking bonkers. Bonkers, I tell you. Thinking stoves flopping off the dropsticks like that. What is making all that noise? Oh, got a little bit of vibration going on there. I probably cursed the vibrations out of it. I curse the vibrations. Like I was saying, I need to make a little platform I can just set right on here. Or when I'm doing the dopping. Do the dopping. Be the dopping. Okay, where's that little breeze coming at in here? It's throwing my flame away. Like one of these days, I'm putting that up there so I don't drop it again. One of these days, I'm going to get an actual alcohol lamp. This thing works really nice, okay, but it's out of necessity and not, made for. It's made for what it's supposed to do, but it's a salt shaker from the Dollar Mall. That's what this is. Actually, it wasn't a salt shaker. It was a little storage container that had a solid lid. That's why I got it. And the thing that holds the wick is from a ceiling fan, the part that lets I'm going down the stupid thing and not the direction I want. There we go. It's the part that lets the wires go from the ceiling fan to the inside parts. And the wick is what is it? A piece of the cotton yarn off of a old mop. And the caulking around there is so that the lid, which is actually a bell I made out of brass, acts as a lid. And I burnt look at that. I burnt my stinking hair on my arm again. So yeah, I made the entire alcohol lamp. Because why in God's earth would I spend $6 on Amazon for a real one? Why? Because I'm an idiot sometimes. I look at it and it's like, oh, I could make that. Which is good when you're talking like $300 pieces of equipment that would cost you like $1,000, $2,000 normally. But for $6, I could buy one of these? No. That's because I'm a ding dong. Ow, ouch, 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 ouch. That's hot. It's like, come on, adhere to it this time. Avenge my burnt hair. Avenge my burnt arm hairs. Okay, put you right there. Put this out of the way. It's clever. I just enjoy making stuff. That's the problem. I enjoy making things more than I enjoy using the things that I make. Which I've sort of discovered that is one of my problems. I enjoy making things more than I enjoy using the stuff I make. It even goes to cooking. I love cooking. Some things I like to cook, and I don't actually enjoy eating it as much as I enjoy cooking the darn thing. All right, now where were we? We were in the midst of getting this thing turned into something pretty. Okay, I'll zoom in just a hair. Yeah, that will be good. All right, I was doing this edge. This thing falls off again, I'm going to lose my crap. That's why, I tell you what, Julie, that's why you have a huge junk drawer. Or in our case, we have a chest of drawers that is the designated junk drawer. Anything left over from something from, oh, excuse me, from lights, lamps, electrical stuff, anything left, you get something from IKEA and there's pieces left over, that's where you put it. You put all that stuff in there because eventually you're going to come up with this huge drawer, chest of drawers full of stuff. And you might be amazed at what you can fabricate out of that. It's like my grandpa had, there's almost a sickness. He would go to auctions. And Mom has to almost stay away from the auctions because of this. Because it must be a gene. And I have the gene too, but you go to auctions and it's like some of the stuff you get, nobody will buy it. And there might be a huge box full of stuff. And the auctioneer will be like starting off at $1, and nobody will bet $1, 75 cents, and nobody wants it. And then you'll say a dime. And it's like going once, going twice, sold for a dime. So after you get 10 boxes of that at an auction, and you don't even know why you bought the bloody stuff, you take it home and you sort through, and you might get 3 little things out of there that might be good. But in Pap's case, he would bring those boxes home and he would put them in the shed. Wouldn't even look at them sometimes. And after a while, the shed got too small, so he built another shed. And after a while, that shed got too small, and he built another shed. So after like 5 years of that, there was sheds upon sheds upon sheds full of stuff. But the thing is, if you wanted to make something, well, you just went up to Pap's and you said, hey, I need to make this. And he's like, sometimes he could guide you. It's like, yes, little one, go to shed number 2. What you seek is in there. And other times he would say, I got no idea, just go looking. So you would go exploring and finding the stuff that you think you need. And usually you could find it or something equivalent. And I think that's why I never came across, or was never allowed, I think, to come across a house that had land to it, because I would build sheds and fill it up with stuff just so I could build things from nothing. That's called hoarding, yes. Yes, that's called hoarding. It's called hoarding unless you have it organized into one section. Like we have our chest of drawers with the junk in it. And that's called stuff you might need later on that you're going to eventually use. And if it gets too crowded, you throw it out. Perhaps, yeah, that was sort of called hoarding, but you didn't do it in the house. You had sheds for that stuff. But then people would come from miles around and say, hey, Willard, you don't happen to have any of this, do you? And he's like, well, I think we might have it in this shed. So they would put on their adventure gear and go into the shed to find it. So it went from hoarding to being a community service. Sort of like a junkyard, except for pieces, parts of household stuff or car stuff. Or like the one time he bought an entire, and I'm not exaggerating, okay? He bought an entire carnival. An entire carnival. 7 carnival wagons full of the stuff, full of the games, like the bottles that you throw the the weighted bottles that you throw the softballs at, and the BB guns that you shoot the flying monkey things. Yeah, he bought 7 wagons of that, and it was like, I don't even know what he paid for it. But he had them all attached to the back of a pickup truck and drove them home from the auction because nobody else wanted them. Yeah, that was something else. Graham wasn't real happy about that one, but Mom enjoyed it for quite a while because they had a whole carnival to play with. Okay, let's see what we got going so far. Lots of freaking structure in there, is right. Yes. And his thumb's still burnt. I'm gonna have to work this edge a little bit smoother, I think. Just a little bit. And I don't think I'm gonna have to. No, it's looking pretty good. This, I think that goes pretty deep. I don't think I'm gonna be able to like whack that out of there to get this nicer structure around it. I can try a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna come out to expose better stuff underneath. Let me just give this a couple whack arounds here, and then we'll get over to the 600 wheel. Okay, let's take a look here. And that's about it. I was thinking maybe take that crack, like cut that off there, but I don't think it's going to improve the stone enough to warrant taking that much away. What do you think? Leave it like that. I think we'll leave it like that. There's some flashy McFlashiness going on in there. Oh, there, I caught it. Yeah, you can see it. Here's the reflection of the light, and it's moving, but right there is some flashy McFlashiness in there. It goes, woo! Okay, let me kill the water on this and kill the power on that. Let's move this over to the 600 wheel of destiny. If I can move that over just a tad bit. This articulated arm. There we go. All right, let's get some. Yep, we're going to leave it. Okay, where's the water? There's the water. Whew. Got lots of water. Holy smokes. Okay, are we going to start with this one? That's what I thought. I'm going to work this shear. This shear. I love saying this shear. How do you spell that? S-H-E-A-R-E, shear? This shear? Yeah. I think I need more water on this shear. Holy Mary, Mother of God. I think I'm going over to this shear one. You know what? You know what's doing this? I hit that on that wheel, and I think it made it a little bit too smooth. And I whack that bottom with the 80 grit wheel. It gives it lots of grippies to hold on to. If I smoothie it up too much, the size that they are, you know, with some of these, with this thing being gnarly on the, you got a lot of leverage on these long ends. If it was a circular stone, it would just hang on there. But And not when it's big oblong bugger. Plus, gotta have something to aggravate me. What's life without aggravation? It's called peaceful. And where's the fun in that? I mean, if you had nothing to do but sit on the beach and watch the waves flow in every day, I mean, okay, I'm trying to find something wrong with that. Probably a bad analogy. But there was no problem to deal with. You get bored after a while and start knocking holes in the wall with a hammer just for something to do. That's sort of what it was like at trade school. And we got so bored because there was nothing to do that we ended up making a wood shop, ended up making a catapult out of scraps and then taking pieces of slag out of the coal furnace downstairs and spraying hairspray on them because it was the 80s. Everybody had hairspray. Spray the slag down with hairspray, light it with a lighter, and shoot it like a ballista or like a trebuchet down the hallway in the dark just for something to do. We did that. And what was the worst part of the whole thing? There's 5 guys in their early 20s laying on the floor shooting these flaming slag balls down the hallway. And our landlord comes in the back door and he goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And we said, "We're shooting flaming slag balls down the hallway with a catapult." Next thing you know, he's on the floor with us, shooting flaming slag balls down the hallway with a catapult. He's pretty cool. Okay, let's see what. Wow, that's pretty nice. Let me dry that off a little bit and see if we can gnarlifications on there. If I hold it on the camera, it sure would be nice. I'm used to the camera being on this side instead of this side. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. All right, we're going to have to go to this one. Yeah, just do not like that. I mean, now that it's dried, you see that big old slab of Icky Goo standing on there? Icky Goo. That sounds like another band from the 70s. Oh, no, he was a cool guy. I mean, you'd be amazed. He was like 20-something. And he was just as bored as we were. A normal person would have kicked us out in the spot, yeah. I mean, we asked him if we could shoot the cockroaches with BB guns, if he minded. And he said, "Yeah, just don't break a window." I was like, okay. So when we got tired of the trebuchet and... actually, it wasn't a trebuchet. It was more of a catapult because a trebuchet has a flexi arm that flies stuff up. So technically, it was a catapult. We got tired of the catapult. We would put beer out in a little plastic lid laying out in the middle of the floor and turn the lights off. Sat there for about 5 minutes BSing and then flick the lights on. And by that time, the cockroaches are up to get to the beer, and then we shoot at them as they scurried across the floor. I can't remember if I had the highest or the next to the highest count for cockroach kills. Oh, come on, focus. I'm going to get the hammer. I swear to God. There you go. Okay. Oh, that one's really coming out. Yeah, you're right. I don't think we needed to. If we'd have taken that off of there, it just I don't know, that zoom up there sort of gives it some character. Character. Oh, got something stuck in my throat here. Well, I was a pretty good shot, but you do that for 2 weeks every evening, every night for 2 weeks. You get a count. You get a pretty high count going. The laws of averages are going to whack one of them. There's a divot right there. Oh, let's see, my finger's even catching on it. Where's the dental pick of destiny? There's the smoker's cough of destiny. I don't even smoke. Yeah, right there. That stuff is. Oh, there's a crack right there. Let me see if I can dry that. I think that's why that looks so white when it dries out. There's a nasty crack right there. That section's loose. Now, if we look at that from the side, you sort of see right in there. Almost looks like it's laying on top. Now that it's drying out, I want to dry out more. Now that it's drying out, you can see that section is completely different colored. That almost, yeah, the drier it gets, the more it comes out. That's actually loose. Not loose, but that could be loose. I'm gonna have to take that back over onto the other wheel and grind that out. That leaves us with this guy. I wonder if I can just do him on here like that. But I'm gonna have to get him on the dot stick to take him over to onto the cerium oxide, because I have my fingers tore off trying to do that trying to do this small stone on cerium oxide. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that gnarly out of there. See if I can get. Oh, you can see the bubble. That bubble down in there is starting to come out. Right, gnarly looking shiny thing. Don't you touch my shiny thing. Yeah, right there at the shiny thing. There's a couple of those shiny things in there. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to put that back on the dop. Man, that's annoying. I'm just gonna go straight to the oh, it was the wrong zoom. This is the kind of stuff that I edit out of the videos most of the time. Sometimes I leave in the craziness of when they keep falling off the sticks, but most of the time I edit it out, especially if it happens like 4 or 5 times in a row. There. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I'll polish these 2 down and then go back and cut that gnarly off there. Oh, this might actually work better like that. Maybe I'll just get a piece of metal to do the shaping on. So I have a bit of an angle, I can adjust that wax more to the front or to the end of the stick. Okay, how warm is that? It needs to warm up just a hair. Just a hair. Like a tortoise and a hare. Okay, get that there. Gnarly. It looks like Squidward's nose. Squidward. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, now, come on. Stay on there this time. I'll tell you what, third time's the charm? Or I don't think this one fell off once already, did it? I can't remember. They fall off so often. Okay, I am not burning my arm for the second, the third, or however many times I did tonight. There shall be no arm burning. Yep, I'll hit this one again. Hit this one on the 600 grit. Hit these two on the... oh, I gotta turn the power on. Yeah, I'll polish these two on these two wheels and then go back, hit that one on the 600, get that gnarly thing out of there. Because, like, we got no time limit here. I'm just going to do it. Oh, I do got to adjust this, though. Adjust that. Zoom that in like that. Push that like that. Ah! And then see if this falls off of there again like that. How many times can I fit that in a sentence? I don't know. I had a couple people ask me why I spent so much time just on landscaping rocks sometimes. It's like, well, why not? They're pretty. Because I can. And if I wasn't doing this for them, I'd be sitting down watching a rerun of Jeopardy or something, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with Jeopardy. It's just the only television program I can think of at the moment. I mean, I do sit down and watch reruns of Monty Python, but that's like iconic. You should have at least 60 minutes of Monty Python every day. That should be a requirement. Alrighty, I think that's ready for this wheel. Let's get the power, or the power's already going. Let's get the... I gotta swing this arm out. Swing, bada, 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 bada. Okay, we need water. There's water. Okay. We shall have water and lots of noise. Move my phone because my phone is getting damp. There we go. Yes, they're pretty and easily accessible. Accessible, yeah. Speaking apparently is not in my vocabulary today. I'm blaming it on the flavored not vodka water. Okay, let me dry that off here a little bit. And that's looking pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Double hit the edge, double hit the second edge. Double hit, running that around, right up to the top, and all that one ready for cerium oxide. Big leverage monster here. I want to knock it off. Stinking wax again drives me bonkers. Driving me bonkers. I tried to go out and do some taekwondo practice in that slushy snow crap we got out there, and it's like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. I never realized grass could be so slippy. Whew, that's looking nice. I mean, I couldn't even get traction enough to stand up. Like, nope, gonna have to suffer through not practicing for a couple of days until that stuff gets off the grass. The bad thing is, if I had like a sandy area, that would be worse. You'd have your feet caked full of the stuff, or your shoes caked full of the stuff. Okay, look at that. That baubles got the shiny McShininess of Shinesville in there. Yes, you can start to see it. I think that's really going to show up nice. Okay, tell you what. Let's get back over here. And we're going to run out of focusing rooms. We're going to run out of there. Oh, I should have. There. All right, let's get some water going. Okay, now that this is dry, focus. Focus. Come on, focus. I'm getting a hammer. Let me see how that. Yeah, that is just flaky right off of there. Actually, when I'm down here looking at it, I can see that there's a little separation right there. I'm gonna freaking say words that I have not said since earlier today. Okay, that thing is. Oh, look at that! It's almost going already. That's all I needed to do. Why didn't I do that earlier? I don't know, maybe because I was talking about hoarding or something. My mind was on the hoarding too much. I said, it's really sad. Mom needed something. I can't even remember what it was. It was a couple of days ago. And she sort of stopped and she said, what's really sad? I can tell you where I would go, which shed I would go into to look for this thing. If, Pat was still alive and the sheds were still there. And I'm like, yep, honestly, I was thinking the exact same thing. It's like, I know where I would go to look for this. I know which shed I would go into, and like, wow. There, it's almost gone. I'm still going to have to get that down a little bit. This stone may end up being a little bit more flat than I hoped for. I'll tell you what, hold on a second. Let me get some water on this thing. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to scuff that up with I'll scuff that base up with the 80 grit wheel, which did do real well. Then I'll work this just a hair more. Yeah, I believe that's getting pretty much out of there. Should have done that to start with. Yeah, I'll dry it off right now and see where it's. Yeah, it ain't drying off. I pulled the hair out of my arms too. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Tell you what, I'm gonna kill the power on this. I'm gonna clean these two off. And I'm gonna run these on the cerium oxide wheel so that we at least have an idea of what these guys look like polished. And then I'll work on that other one all by its lonesome. So, sorry I can't bring that wheel over to show you, the camera over to show you that. It's right here, and I will be complaining about the noise that it makes as I do it, because it's right there. Right there. Because it does make a heck of a lot of noise. I don't have a lot of room here to make this, you just go from one to the other, have it on the same table. I'd like everything to be on this table. But I can't do it because the table is not big enough. And this building is 6 foot by 12 foot inside. So it is not very big. Okay, so let's get this here cerium oxide loaded up. You'll be swearing that's because it came off of the stick. And if that sounds like a drill, that's because it is. Bouncing. It is bouncing. We got the bounciness going on here. What's going on? Emmetsville. Holy smokes. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I used to use epoxy when I did stones. I almost think I'm going to have to go back to that for some of these. Well, if I stop polishing the back before I put them on the dot stick, it'll help. Oh yeah, I got lots of noise going on. Leave that noise. Woo! Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to zoom in just a hair because if I zoom in, it seems like the magnification works better. So there's what that one looks like. There's some crackages in there. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. And here's this one. And yeah, it flew off the stick. Of course it did. Let me get the rest of that wax off of there because it shows a green tint underneath it. Now it's ungreen tinted. That didn't come out too bad. Got lots of structure in there that you can see. Got 2 fractures right there and there. But otherwise not too bad. I think it'll show up a little bit better whenever I get the back polished up. Alrighty. Okay, let's go back to this guy. Yeah, this is like, man, this is deja vu all over the place. Deja vu 3 times over. Deja vu 2, 3, whatever you want to call it. I think I hit that on the 80 grit to stiffen or to scratch it up a little bit. Look how that water just evaporates off there. Boom! Yeah, blow the stupid thing out. Go ahead. Yeah. If I use epoxy, yeah, they don't come off. That's like when I do the shells, I have to use the epoxy on those because I've tried using the wax and the wax just doesn't seem to hold at all on the shells, and I don't know why. Even if I rough the shell up a little bit on the back, it just doesn't hold. I don't know if it's just something to do with the makeup of the shell or what, but it actually was kind of weird that it would not hold at all on the shells. Turn off. There you go. So I'm gonna pack that down nice and tight if I can keep my fingers from sticking to it. Okay, it's off of there. But now that it's nice and dry, take a quick look at that. Take a quick look at that and see what we got. Okay, and as you can see, that needs to focus. I need to zoom in just a bit. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, I can see slight bit of that chip is still there. Let me get this pretty much focused right over top of there again. And this should be ready. Okay, turn the power on, turn the water on, turn the water valve on. We've got water on. Yeah, I like that orangey yellow one. So that thing, I'm thinking we're going to take down a little bit more. If this falls off the stick this time, I'm going to have to do it with epoxy. the finished product. I'm not dopping this thing again. Yeah, you can see that strangely discolorated area there. I gotta work this edge down and get that stone face nice and even. Another thing about these, I mean, they're not like extremely valuable, but I do cut some valuable semi-precious stuff. So if I can practice on these when I get to the good stuff, then I've practiced. Then if I have problems to deal with, then I can deal with them. So spending more time on these guys is not like a waste of time. Okay, that is almost out of there. Is that a black spot in the stone? Oh yeah, there's a. I love gnarlies. Dry that off real quick, and you can see that there's that gnarliness is pretty much gone. In a way, I can sort of feel that still on there in a little bit. Yep, I'm definitely going to have to cut more of that out of there. Wow. Now, if this was like an opal or something, I kept having to eat away at it, I would really be getting upset. But it's not, so I'm just slightly upset. Okay, let's take a look at that. You see that a lot of that is gone. Let me. Oh, great. Now the lighter won't work because my fingers got the flint wet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, it's really flat. It's a very low dome, but you can see there's not much of that gnarly left. It's actually still some in there, but not much of it. May have to just pick a point and say stop. Oh, I think I'm down to where I'm going to be able to get it out of there. Oh. Okay, there's going to be swearing profusely going on here in a minute. Stone is just refusing to be docked. Okay, as you can see, that's all that's left of that gnarly. That little white speck right there. That and a little bit here. But that is nearly gone. Looks like there may be some other pieces that go deeper in there, but I don't think that's going to be too bad. Now I got to worry. Look how thin that's getting. Got to worry about losing too much of the stone to do anything with other than just looking pretty. As long as it can look pretty, that's all that matters. Okay, there we go. And dry off, dry off, dry off. Oh, I could coat it with clear resin, yeah. But where's the fun in that? Okay, you can see that most of that gnarly is gone. I don't think I could take it down too much farther though. But I'm gonna have to redop it and work that, because I mean, here, I'm gonna make it wet so you can see. Yeah, that's pretty. So I think I'm just gonna have to redop that and then work it down. But I'm not gonna redop that right now and work it down on a live stream, because it's like an hour and 40 minutes so far. And I think I'm just going to call it a day for the live stream. But after I get all three of these completely done, and that's not the right stone. Where is the right stone? Oh my gosh, I can't even find the stones. There it is. But yeah, I'll take these off and do the backs after everything is done. And then I'll do a little video showing. No, I'm here showing down here below the. Oh, yeah. Here are the stones. I'll take a video after they're all done, even this one, and show what they look like when they're completely done. So what I could do too, if this one's too thin, is make like a double of it and put a piece of clear quartz on the back just to thicken it up, which would work really well. But I don't like putting something on the front of it, just because I don't like putting stuff on the front. But there's what we got so far. One of them's pretty much done. The other one's pretty much done. And this one needs more done to it. But all right. Well, hey, thanks for spending some time with me. I'm going to cut the live feed and have a good evening. Bye-bye.